All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Fast and Slow podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and with me, as always, is Nate, and we're on episode number 29.
Almost 30.
Almost. We're getting there. I don't
It's a
know. It seems
lot.
like every time we record, I'm like, we got to make a big deal out of the episode that we're recording on, and pretty soon it's going to be like episode 112.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's, until, I don't know, I'll always think it's a big deal to continue to record episodes. So
Yeah. If
anyway,
nothing else, just sticking with something.
yeah, I think that's a big deal, especially between you and I. Our work schedules are less
Yeah.
than boring. I would
Yeah.
put it that
Yeah.
way.
Or consistent, really.
Yeah. I've had a lot of boring days, but busy. But yeah, the inconsistency is a pain in the ass, which we'll get into with autocross stuff. We had dinner tonight. Like my wife and I went out to Chick-fil-A. Like we both were like, we don't want to cook.
Yeah.
So we're going to go out to Chick-fil-A. And we started talking about like the calendar and what's coming up. And
Mhm.
I quickly was like, well, sweet. I don't think I'm an autocross till August. So,
And that's evaporating. Yeah.
yeah, so we'll see. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Before we get too far into it, I do want to give a shout out to Adam Roble, our first guest, and my cousin. He competed in Grid Life CMP, so Carolina Motorsports Park, over the
Mhm.
weekend. I think he finished P8 or P9,
I
which,
saw that.
talking to him, it sounds like he was interested in maybe finishing a little better. But I mean, to be honest with you, to go to a track for the first time ever,
Oh,
and
that's the first time he's been there?
yeah, and like an untested car, he
Yeah.
was thrashing on that thing up until the end.
And like, so the biggest changes he made was the brakes, right?
Yeah, brakes and wheels. So he went from, I think, 16 or 17s to 18s.
Yeah.
And so it stretched the tire differently. It kind of changed a little bit of the suspension setup in terms of like sidewall flex and that sort of thing.
Yeah. To me, like brakes would have got to be, and you could probably speak to this now, like it's a whole new car, especially like doing what he's doing. It's like I'm assuming he establishes like breaking points and things like that on a new track. So it's like if it were a car that you knew very intimately, then sure you could go to a new track and be like, all right, here's my breaking point on this corner and all this. But now it's like I'm not sure I fully trust the brakes yet, and you know, new track and all that.
Yeah, he was. I watched. I'll have to send you the YouTube link. He has an in car, and dude, those curbs at CMP are nuts. Like tire killing nuts. And he was burping all over the course. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw once you reminded me that that was happening. I started getting on Instagram and looking to see who I could find there, and there's a lot of cool clips
Hmm.
that came from that. I need to refamiliarize myself with some of that.
Yeah, I always, especially when he's racing, I always throw it on YouTube in the background.
Mhm.
It seems like they always have time attack in the morning, so it's kind of it seems like a good, like I'll wake up on a Saturday and they'll be on their first session, and
Yeah.
so it's a good coffee session to watch. But um, I forget what I was going to say about that. Oh, I was interested to see how Grid Life would be after. So they were bought out by Racer.com, I think is the
Okay.
conglomerate.
I'm
Uh,
familiar with Bracer.com. Yeah.
yeah, so I was curious if it would change their production and how they do things, and um, it really didn't at all. Like I'm not sure how much you've, sat down and kind of watched even half a day or a quarter of a day. They have really good production. And Kyle hires he's the host, the track commentator, the production dude. Like he's a
Mhm.
jack of all trade. And I thought Racer would come in and like make it their
Bring
own.
their own people and
Hmm.
yeah.
But no, I mean they basically just streamed the Grid Life YouTube stream on Racer. It didn't seem any different to me at
Nice.
all. So that was pretty cool.
That's kind of what you always hope happens with that kind of thing is like you bought it for a reason because you were, it appealed to you or you
Hmm.
liked what you saw. So let's not muck with it.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know in terms of the what do you call those types of companies? Companies that buy up uh, a bunch of smaller companies.
Like capital investment or venture
Yeah,
capitalists
venture
or
capitalists.
yeah,
It's
private equity or
yeah, yeah. I guess
any of
private
those. Yeah.
equity was the word I was looking for, but you know, it seems like kind of watching other things that they've purchased. It doesn't seem like they're controlled by non-car people like Motor Trend
Right.
was.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so that was cool. I talked to him about it. He's stoked. He didn't get the ABS done. That was like the one thing he
Yeah.
didn't quite get finished up. But and he actually said he wasn't. He might not do it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to put too many words in his mouth, but it sounds like he just felt very controlled, like that there
Hmm.
wasn't necessarily a need. Now I'd be curious, 4 or 5 events into it, when he finds the limit.
Yeah. When the honeymoon phase is over with the new brakes.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he did say he's probably going to run it a year and then, go from there. And I think
Yeah.
he runs maybe 4 or 5 events a year.
And that makes sense. That's like what we talked about with you. Like try and not make changes mid-season. Like get a
Hmm.
whole year out of any particular setup.
Yeah, yeah. So it just looks cool, man, to see that car.
Those what are the brands of those? Was it AMP or whatever that?
It's definitely a Japanese type company. I don't know what brand it was. I didn't recognize the
You
the
see them though,
company.
like it's very racy. You see
Hmm.
them. They're not show like they're. I can't. I'm speaking out of turn here, but I've seen those before, and it's always top of the line.
Hmm.
It's race cars. It's full on race. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I can't remember. I think it was AMP. I can't remember the name of the company,
that
but
might be the case. Yeah, but it's just so funny I mean, it's definitely not half the weight of my Camaro, but it's probably a, th 2/3, or it's probably a lot lighter. He's probably in the like 2,500 pound range, and he's got like double my brakes. So that thing's a
how much
monster.
do you know how much your Camaro weighs?
Um, without the roll bar, and I waited a long time ago, and I think it was like at 32 or 3,300 pounds.
Oh, really?
It might be a net loss with the roll bar because that weight that I just mentioned was with the old 350 that had iron heads.
Oh, okay.
Um, the new Blueprint engine's got aluminum heads. I don't know how much weight savings. I think it's pretty substantial, iron heads to aluminum heads.
I would think. I think 100
Yeah.
pounds or more at least.
Yeah, and I bet the roll bar weighs all of 100 pounds. It's pretty beefy
Hmm.
steel. So, but
Yeah, he could easily be 21 or 2,200 pounds.
mhm. Yeah. So I mean, just my point is like he's got lots of breaks now in comparison. But yeah, so that was
Nice.
cool to watch. I don't know, man. What have you been up to?
Well, brakes.
Oh dang, we can't get away from breaks. We're losing followers.
Yeah. Uh, I wish I had good news, but I still don't have brakes.
Golly. Remind me
So
what the problem was with the shipping.
so the going back to the very beginning. So last year I was pretty convinced that I had, and this could be a situation where I've got multiple problems and I'm just solving them one layer at a time and not feeling a difference because there's several things happening. I was pretty convinced at the end of last year that I had a bad master cylinder because when I would hit, it was one particular drive that I was sitting in traffic where it was a red light and I had my foot on the brake and then like just sitting there not doing anything, just kind of looking around, and I could feel like the pressure drop out from under my foot.
Hmm.
I was like, I'm just sitting here holding constant pressure onto the pedal while all of a sudden the pedal move like out from under my foot.
Hmm.
So I was like, well, that's probably a bad master cylinder. There's probably fluid leaking past this piston, whatever. So I was like, all right, that's scared. That was enough to scare me. So I replaced the master cylinder and put all new flex, replaced all the flexible lines on it, all new flex lines, all that,
Hmm.
and drove it. And I was like, all right, that's not it. So whatever. It was a worthwhile exercise to have some of those major components be fresh. So I tried to adjust the pads with that stupid fiddly star wheels. For anybody, it's got drums on all four corners,
Hmm.
and they're not self-adjusting. So you have to go in and each pad, two shoes on each corner. You have to use the star wheel to adjust. Well, although some of them were like seized and or not, really hard to turn. Can't really move them and all that. So this springtime, I was like, I bet that was it. I bet I wasn't fully. I bet they need adjusted. I wasn't able to adjust it because it was too hard to turn, and it was. I misunderstood how much you need to adjust it. People online were saying, with the wheel off the ground, like jacked up a corner,
Hmm.
you need to adjust the star wheels so that when you go to throw the tire, you don't get a full revolution. They need to be dragging that much.
It's a lot.
I was like, that I would have never done that on my own. That seems like way too much.
Hmm.
I was like, well, I bet that was it. I couldn't, there's no way I would have done that because it doesn't, to me, that doesn't seem right, but whatever. Internet man said it was. So I'll try it, but I couldn't do it because the star wheels were hard to turn and all that. So I got all new star wheels on it, took everything apart and put the new adjusters on it, adjusted them accordingly. And I thought for sure, I drove it to work today. I was like, I'm very confident that was it.
Hmm.
Get in, it's exactly the same.
No
Didn't
way.
do a damn thing.
So still mushy, soft
Oh
pedal.
yeah, I can stand on it and stop. I don't mind driving it if it's just me in the car, but
Hmm.
there is no way that I could lock them up. No amount of me panic stopping would lock them up.
Does it
And I
go all
tried
the
this
way to the
time.
floor?
Uh, close to it.
Okay.
So I have a new theory. When I noticed this all comes down to my lack of experience with drum brakes.
Yeah.
I noticed and didn't think anything of it, the contact patch on the shoe. I can see that there's very little. It's maybe a couple inches in the middle of the shoe.
Hmm.
And the shoe is, say nearly 8 inches long
It should match
around.
the contour of the
It sh-
drum, right?
so that's what I was never clear on. I thought, oh yeah, of course it's not going to match the drum very closely because it needs to fit inside. So
Hmm.
of course there's going to it makes sense to me that the drum and the shoe are different radii or different diameters of a circle because
Hmm.
one's inside the other. It has to be.
True. Yeah.
So
But in terms of the
of
grade.
course your contact pad, if you take that and then I push it against the outside, of
Hmm.
course there's going to be a contact patch that's probably going to be, whatever. So I was like, all right, whatever. That I didn't think anything of it until when I got home and I'm like still just annoyed. Like there's no way it should have done something.
Hmm.
And I look it up and sure enough, people online are like, no, you should have like 80% contact patch on each shoe or more. I'm like, what? No way. I didn't have anywhere near that. I had 20% maybe.
Yeah.
And what I suspect, those might be the original drums. I wonder if they weren't machined open.
Yeah. Kind of like people
Diameter is different.
turn rotors.
Yeah.
Mm, that could be. How
So
much are drums? They can't be that
oh,
much, right?
they're like $60 a piece.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think what's where I'm at is I'll take it apart again and I'll confirm that the contact patch is tiny.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to buy new drums and shoes, maybe even wheel cylinders too, just so that way at that point I'll basically done everything.
Yeah.
And that's got to be it. But so I was like, I don't know, because people online also said, oh, I bought shoes from some unverified source and they came like either not round, like they're banana like,
Hmm.
or wrong diameter. And So it's like, oh, I'm going to buy shoes and rotors from a legit classic VW place,
Yeah.
or drums, sorry, drums and shoes. And
I know
that's
this
got to be
I know this company. I wonder if they sell any
classic VW stuff.
classic VW from Willwood.
The What's frustrating is like, oh, maybe the smart thing to do is just to convert to discs on the front, which also isn't that expensive.
Yeah, so in like the muscle car world, the right stuff is the brand that
Hmm.
you can buy from on Classic Industries to Summit to
Yeah,
Jegs. Do they does class or the right stuff produce that thing, or is there like a special VW?
maybe I'd have to go back and look. I know that. So I've been usually get all my parts off of a website called JBugs.
Okay.
Shout out to them,
Yeah.
and that's always good. There's a few every now and then there's something that I can't find on there, and I go somewhere else. But I don't know. I'd have to look at what brand they have, or they have like their own line of various things, mufflers and exhaust systems and things like that. But for
Yeah.
now, I really want to get the drums to work. Like I don't want to. I don't know. It's like the carburetor. It's like I want to get there with what the I've got.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to
And
see. I'm not saying. I think everybody agrees. Like, okay, drums are not ideal, and the smart thing to do would be go to discs eventually. It's like, well,
I
I want the
mean,
full experience. I want to know.
yeah, I think you haven't exhausted the I don't think you've exhausted all the fixes,
Hmm.
It just replace the drums and the shoes.
Yeah,
See what that does.
it's got. I mean, my gosh, if that doesn't do it,
Yeah, I mean
I'll have literally replaced everything in the brake system, which is
but I mean
fine. It needed to happen anyway, but
you've got evidence though that shows you're only at 80% or sorry, 20% brake
maybe
capacity, right?
I assume. Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, the symptom checks with like what the evidence is
yeah,
showing. So
yeah.
it's still
So
frustrating because it's like perfect. This is like perfect old school car weather to be out in
yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was fun. I mean, I drove it today, and it was a lot of fun. It's always fun to get like thumbs up and people like that see it, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like I drove at the end of last year. Like I wasn't. Nobody was. I don't know. I didn't get any of that. But to this evening coming home, I have to like weave through kids galore. Everybody's out on bikes and stuff
Hmm.
like that coming home. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
I wonder how many kids saw your bug and were like, no pun intended here, but bit by the car bug. Like,
Yeah,
oh, that's cool,
that's
man.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so. I think you know my daughter's neighborhood friend was over, and he was in the garage. Whatever, he saw it, and I let him sit in it, and uh, saw the lift and all that, and was
Hmm.
like, "What? The engine's in the back? Like, yeah, there it is. Look at it right there.
Yeah.
What?"
That's how my dad
And
got into
even the
cars.
lift was
Yeah.
well, how high does it go? And I was like, well, go as high as I want.
That's cool. Yeah.
Like,
My
you could
dad would
play
tell me,
under here. And I was like, yeah, you could, but don't.
don't do that. Yeah. Yeah. My dad would tell me that he had a neighbor that, was a mechanic and that's how he got into it. He'd,
Hmm.
would walk over as a wee tot and just watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch him throw tools across the garage.
Yeah. Right.
Learn some new words.
This is what I want to do with my life.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome. So how's
No,
the,
there's a few other car guys in the neighborhood. I don't know. I see the cars. So I don't know who they are yet.
mhm.
There's one that's pretty close to me. He's got it looks like a pretty nice late model Mustang, like very new Mustang.
Cool.
Um, and there's a few other ones that I swear I was somewhere in the neighborhood and saw like a 57 Chevy in the garage. It looked like it was an amazing like show quality car,
Mm.
but like just what I could see, like the tail fin with the
Mm-hmm.
on the 57, like the whatever. It was black with the white accent
Okay. Yeah.
on the tip, and you could see it. I was like, that looks nice. But it
That's
was boxes piled on top of the trunk and on the roof, and
cool.
I could see that it was all dusty. But I was like, it. I bet when he parked it,
Mm-hmm.
you could tell. It looked like I could still see the shiny paint through the dust. Like,
Dang.
so I can't remember where that was. Somewhere in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have any car guys in the neighborhood. I mean, there's like a handful of like sports cars that are daily drivers,
Oh yeah,
but I
sure.
don't count that per se. Um, and I judge people by what their garage looks like when they have their
Oh
garage
yeah,
door open.
a
So
1000%. Yeah, they've got some that are. I can't say anything because that's probably what we looked like in high school, but high school kids that are making what they've got loud and annoying.
yeah, yeah,
I was like, hey, you're deep down, they're probably car guys and just working with what they've got. But
yeah. I remember
sometimes they're really,
the Ford Probe. I sawed off the stock tailpipe and muffler, and I went to AutoZone. Actually, no, I went to Meyer. So
Meyer.
for
Wow.
those people not in the like greater Dayton, Illinois, Indiana, Cincinnati area, Meyer is like a Walmart but regional. And back in the day, they would sell like Thrush. I think it was like a like is it Thrush brand? Is that the one with like the Woody Woodpecker?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so it was like a glass pack Thrush
Sure. Yeah,
muffler designed for it was like a I don't know, inch and three quarter or something like that.
yeah.
So I put it on the Ford Probe and I was burping all around.
Nice. I remember like it was like I think it was Pep Boys,
Oh man, I forgot about them.
someplace like that.
Is that Cars Like
Swear.
Us, People Love Us? Is that the or no? I'm trying to remember their jingle, Pep Boys.
Oh, I don't remember.
One of them was like Cars Like Us, People Love Us. I want to say it was Pep Boys, but I could be
Oh,
wrong
that could be.
on that one. But yeah, I remember they always had like, if you compare the single aisle of like Edelbrock and Excel and
Yeah.
you know, hot rod parts at AutoZone, they always had like a larger section.
Pep Boys was the place to be. It's where you could get
Hmm.
all the chrome adhesive backed things for your,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah. God. Just speaking to my soul.
Blind spot mirrors and
Yeah.
the naked lady mud flaps.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They had like a service center too. It was like a
Yeah.
art store and a service center. But yeah, man. So what's going on with the pedal cart?
The slowly but surely. So I've started, you probably can't see it, but I've started wire edging the cockpit.
Yeah, I saw
So
some videos on Instagram.
yeah, so to do that, I've had to soften the edge. And I knew I was going to have to do it, but it's been a while. So I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm not going to panic or anything. The I use a blowtorch to do that. So you can anneal the aluminum. It's 3003 aluminum. So whatever, you can anneal it easily with a blowtorch. You just
Mm.
heat it up to the right temperature and then it becomes really soft.
Okay.
And it's much easier to use. And sometimes I've done a whole panel. You can anneal a whole panel to make it easier to shape and things like that. So since I'm going to bend the edge over a 1/8 inch wire,
Hmm.
it helps that it's really soft. And I use
That,
a
that makes it
marker.
soft forever. Like,
It forever until you work harden it again.
okay. All
It
right.
will eventually go back to being hard. By the time you've bent it over the wire, you've probably re-hardened it close to what it used to be.
Okay.
By so I use a Sharpie as like an indicator. It's just kind of a fun fact that a blue Sharpie, you take a blowtorch to it on the aluminum, the blue Sharpie will burn off and disappear at roughly the right temperature that the aluminum anneals at.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
not it's not exact, but it's awfully close. It's a good it lets you know that you're almost there.
Okay.
So I usually burn it off and then go a little bit further. The old timers would use acetylene
Hmm.
and set it really, really rich so that it leaves black soot.
Mm,
They'd
okay.
use the super rich flame and wipe it over the panel and it'd leave that nasty black soot. Same thing. You then set your torch back to a good neutral flame, heat up the panel at the temperature that the soot burns off. You're almost at the annealing temperature. So,
Hmm.
little trick of the trade kind of thing.
That's cool. Yeah.
So I did that and started tipping the edge. So I'm starting to break the edge, working my way towards a 90-degree break flange, like all the way around the cockpit.
Hmm.
Then once I have that, then I'll start with the wire. I'll put the wire in and then start hammering the wire, hammering that 90-degree flange over the wire.
Okay.
So eventually it curls all the way over the wire, all the way around. So
Hmm.
there'll be no more edge of the panel. It'll be a nice, safe, smooth. So that all went really well. But as I was doing it, I could tell like some bits and certain parts were annealed really nicely and certain parts were not annealed at all. So it's like getting frustrating. I'm trying to just go all the way around and slowly, incrementally tip the edge, working my way to a 90-degree.
Hmm.
It's like it just wasn't happening. Some spots were really, I could tell were really soft and others weren't. And I'm sure it's like it has to do with the shape. Like aluminum, unfortunately, conducts heat so well that it's like you almost have to heat up the whole damn car.
Mm,
You start taking a torch to one area, and it's like it immediately sucks the heat out of that area.
interesting.
So it's like I'm sure that was quote unquote the issue, if you want to call it that, was some spots it took it really well because it's a smaller area, but then I
Mhm.
got like up towards the front, towards the top, where I've got all this
Yeah, it kind of goes forward.
acreage,
Yeah.
yeah, and I just couldn't do it.
Hmm.
So I don't. I need to. I did it again. I'm ready to try again. That was my last like frustration of the night. Was like I'll just anneal it again. So it's
Mhm.
like you got to heat it up. Everything's blazing hot. You got to let it cool off. Then you got to try again. So I,
Uh,
I got, we'll call it 15% of the way there. And then I got frustrated.
yeah.
Like, well, it's getting late. So I'll at least do that. I'll at least take a torch to it again and re anneal it
Hmm.
and try again later. And then it was about that time that I was like, oh, yeah, I was going to drive the bug. I need to like pack a quick toolkit and, you know, at least wash the windshield. The poor thing was dusty.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was one of those like I was up too late.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But
You didn't do that rolling on the first card, did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you did.
Actually,
Okay.
so actually here I'll show you. I've got it. I actually have the other car in the garage right now.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that because I had it up here with the
So
uh,
for the podcast listeners, Nate is moving the camera.
yeah. For the podcast listener, you're gonna get you motion sick here.
Oh man, we'll talk about motion sickness in a minute.
So there,
Okay.
just like this.
Oh man, that's nice.
So that's the panel, and I just bent it over,
Hmm.
and there's a wire underneath there. So like 1/8 inch TIG wire, and I just took the panel and I just bent it over the wire.
So when it's bent over, you're done. Do you trim there's like no excess. Did you trim it?
I so I did the math. So I did how much panel do I need to wrap around, and then I did a couple test pieces.
Okay.
So it works out to don't quote me on this, but I think it worked out to like 1/3 of an inch,
Okay.
0.3 inches.
Yeah, 'cause I was wondering, if you got rid of the, sharpness on the edge, but then you anneal or you bent over the sharp edge. So, but it's
Yeah,
perfect, right? Like it's
yeah. So
okay.
like so here's a good. So
Okay.
if you can't see the video, I just did a little sample. So I took a little piece of aluminum and I bent it over the wire, just mostly to make sure that I had enough, that I knew how much panel it would take to get over.
Hmm.
But then I don't know if you can see it or not, but on the back side, so it takes that what might be a sharp edge and just points it back at the panel so that like nobody could, no kid or no piece of clothing or nobody could ever
Yeah.
snag that edge. And it reinforces the edge too. So if you took this and made it really long
Hmm.
and I hit the edge, that it's really strong now.
Yeah,
It's
I was
going to
gonna
make
ask
that
if it
edge.
would do that. And
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So especially with the pedal car, it's like a kid's going to take their hands and push up, get
Oh
themselves
yeah, I didn't
out
think
of
about
it.
that.
So you're not going to want it to like buckle. So
Hmm.
that folded edge at the wire in it's going to be pretty strong.
Hmm.
And that, I mean, like, so aluminum car bodies back in the day, you'd see something similar, except it wouldn't obviously be an 1/8 inch wire. It might be a 1/2 inch tube or a 1/4 inch like tube,
Yeah.
some sort of internal structure to like a hood
Mm.
or a door, something like that.
Okay.
So it's a little less aggressive. The 1/8 inch is that's a pretty wicked fold over.
Yeah, yeah.
Which you could do that too. You could just simply fold the panel back on itself and it'd be like a hemmed edge.
Hmm.
You don't need to put a wire in there. You could just fold it over on itself.
Yeah, but to your point, the structure
Yeah. And
thick
I
or
like the look better. It's a little more finished.
yeah, yeah, it looks great. Well, take your time
Yeah.
because that would suck to.
This is the point I'm working towards and having trouble with.
Okay, so it's a 90-degree bend.
Yeah. Once you get the 90, then you can lay the wire in there and start incrementally hammering it over the wire.
Yeah,
But this is proving to be a little bit difficult at the moment.
yeah, and you don't like tack it in place. You're kind of fighting gravity at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Trying not holding it with my fingers and hitting down with a hammer, trying not to hit my fingers with the hammer.
You guys are crazy,
It's a good
metal,
time.
metal shapers.
Yeah. And that's something that, the kitchen's right here. So it's like the wife loves listening to that. Just
Hmm.
tap, 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 tap.
You should get some like
Ah, motherfucker. Tap, tap,
yeah.
tap, 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 tap.
You should get some like sound deadening foam. I wonder if that would eat some of the.
Yeah.
If you ever been into like a uh
A chamber, like there's
yeah, the
a
anechoic chamber.
anechoic chamber. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But
Yeah, it's painful.
yeah, yeah, definitely probably maybe not the right thing for your garage.
Yeah. No, it's not too bad. I just warn everybody.
Hmm.
And obviously I can't do it at night. So that's the other frustrating part too, is like I get to a point where it's like, all right, the weekend, it's like I'm gonna need a couple hours in the garage
Hmm.
this weekend. Like I
Hmm.
got, during prime time too, when everybody's awake and uh so
Yeah.
it's like sometimes I get to a point where it's like, all right, well I'm done. I gotta wait for the weekend, which can be days away, which is frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to do anything during the week for me, but
Yeah.
cool, man. Well, you're getting there.
Yeah. I'm oh, and I so my son got in it too, and like I said, he just almost doesn't fit. I don't know. That's also frustrating.
Hmm.
So I may modify the steering wheel, like we talked about.
Hmm.
And then I don't know why I didn't think of this too. I was like, well, I can lower the seat, but then I can go even lower. What I'm going to do is once I get the wire edge, I'm going to look at it and see I can maybe lower the seat to just a little bit lower than the bottom of the car.
Mm. Yeah.
And it's not, I don't want to do that, but if that's what it takes to get him to fit in it, then I probably will.
Yeah. I mean,
So an adult looking down on it wouldn't really be able to tell. If I got down on it like and was taking, a camera angle like it was a real car,
hmm.
you might see the bottom of the seat below the car.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
it would complicate adding like actual pedals and a drivetrain to it later.
mhm.
But like I said, for now, it's going to just be wagon mode, I think, in the very near future.
You could ration food. slow down the growing process.
Stunt his growth somehow.
Yeah. Have him start
Hmm.
lifting weights.
Yeah. No, I think that should get there. Like I said, it's he fits in it. I just got to get it done this summer.
Yeah, it'll happen, man.
And I don't know if I told you. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet on the podcast, but I'm gonna really try and go to Good Guys in Columbus.
I think we talked about that. I can't remember if it was on the show or not.
I don't know if it was either.
Yeah, either way.
Um,
What
we've
weekend
got
is
family
that?
in Columbus, and it's my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
So when my wife was like, "Oh, what do you want to do for your birthday?" It's like, "Well, actually,
Hmm.
I kind of want to. I've always wanted to go to Good Guys Columbus."
Yeah.
And I was like, what I want to do is take the pedal car and pull them around and look at the cars.
Hmm.
Then I got to be on their website, and they actually have a show category for custom pedal cars.
Oh, dang, dude.
And I was like, should I?
Yes,
Do you think?
absolutely.
So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try
Let's stop the show now. Like, get to work, man.
it. And I was trying to look and be like, well, what are they looking for? Because there's obviously like the quintessential radio flyer slammed radio flyer wagon. Like, all
Hmm.
right, those are cool. I even like those. And then there's real pedal cars like the Murray pedal cars and all that that have been refurbished or all that. And I was like, well, I think there was a category that was like custom pedal cars or customized pedal cars or something like that.
I mean, I guess I don't know the world enough to know how many of you are out there. I venture to guess
A few, I don't
of,
know, but
of
something like Good Guys, like So here's the thing that's interesting is like metal shaping in particular. It's like there's sure everybody that's on social media, but everybody knows in at least metal shaping anyway that some of the best, most talented people aren't on social media.
that's true. That
They're
is
the
true.
old timers that it's nothing to them. It's their career. Like why it's not.
Yeah, and I mean, if you go to that event, even if, like certainly winning is not everything in this regard, because I feel like it, it humanizes the Instagram. You would get so much respect
Yeah,
bringing that car or cart.
yeah, I yeah.
Dude, you
It would
have
be
to
fun.
go.
If for no other reason than it's yeah, it validates. I mean, it's not what I like. I don't need it, but what I'd like hearing from guys like that I do communicate in the metal shipping community
Hmm.
is like the yeah, you're on the right track. Like you're we can see that you're growing and learning and solving the problems. You're doing it. Most people get so it's so time consuming and frustrating that if you haven't given up by this point, you know you're in it.
Right.
Um,
When is it?
July 11th, 12th.
Okay.
So in my head, I've got enough time, but how that goes. Oh, it's not even May yet.
Yeah, dude, you got time. You got plenty of time.
I just hope I can get the car to like the vision in my head. I keep telling my wife that, like, oh, it's starting to look more like what I had in my head.
Hmm.
The other thing that I would love to have for it, the vision in my head, is it's got upholstery.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Did we?
That'd be cool.
So I might be tapping in mother-in-law or mother to help me with that one.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So I should probably start getting. I may just test them with that. I don't even know where to buy the material. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, that is so outside my wheelhouse.
Yeah. So if I can, yeah, probably needs to happen soon. That might be the problem at hand now.
Hmm.
Only because there's a lot of unknown to me.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Sweet.
anyway, I'll keep you posted on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested. We'll have to re-engage on that one.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, should we talk autocross?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
As I say that, we have such a interesting show to go from metal shaping pedal carts to autocross. I think
Yeah.
it's awesome. Um, Yeah, I had the first event uh 2 weekends ago now, or two
Yeah.
weeks ago. And I'll just start off by saying the car is like it's so good. I it's so hard to explain the way. So there was a couple of sweeping corners. I've never had the brakes were just stock. So like
Yeah.
they stop the car. These brakes help to pull the nose in on those sweeping corners, which like fundamentally I understand, trail braking and, weight management and all that stuff. But to do it was super cool.
Really.
And the car is so nose heavy. It's really hard to nose heavy and under tired per se. Like 245 is far
Sure.
less tire width than it needs. And so like to be able to slam the brakes and like as I'm turning the wheel, the rotation would bring the nose further into the corner,
Hmm.
rather than push, or dig, be just straight up understeer.
Yeah.
It was so cool. And we started the day. I guess I'll start at the top. Um, the way the St. Louis, the way the St. Louis club works is they do 3 run groups. Compared to Georgia, we had 2 run groups. So you'd run one in the morning, work one in the morning, and then
Hmm.
afternoon, rinse, repeat. They don't do lunch breaks, because you have one group or one session where you don't do anything, you just hang out, one
Hmm.
session where you work, and one session where you run.
Okay.
So the idea is you have 2 hours, that's about how much a session would last. Like take care of all that type of stuff,
Yeah.
during that time period. Uh, so we had first session off, we worked the middle session, and then we ran the last session. And dude, I was like, well, this is cool. I'll go out and get rides with people.
Yeah.
And it was something about like new club, my bandwidth was just gone. I was, not used to the tempo, like
Hmm.
haven't done this since August. And I hate to say it, like overwhelming. And I like forgot certain things at home. I forgot certain things at the truck when we were
Hmm.
ready to run. And so like I had a blast, but the whole day was like stressful.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I couldn't get ahead of anything. I was just like, shit, I am sprinting to the next, whatever event.
Yeah.
And so I didn't pack enough snacks, I didn't pack enough food, so I was like way underfed throughout the
Yeah.
day. And then I hop in, I think I ran 3 separate runs in the morning, and dude, it got me good. I was like trying to keep it together on the last run that I had with a
Oh,
dude.
really?
Yeah. And I do
Wait,
get
was this in somebody else's car?
Mhm. Yeah, you just like
Sure.
cold to call, you got your
Yeah.
something helmet and you walk up to him.
Yeah.
And yeah, by the last one I was like, "Oh, this isn't good. I need to go eat." And so I'll get to what I ran in a minute. I just want to finish this sickness piece because
Yeah.
we'll get it behind us. So I go eat and I realize like I forgot a spoon and I had yogurt.
Yogurt.
So like,
The
yeah.
amount of times I've done that, don't feel shame.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I could, you know, spoon this out with my hand and look like a buffoon, or
I've
just
just eaten it out of the cup
that's what I should have done. But
or tried to
again,
drink it.
I just wasn't making like rational decisions at all that
So
whole
you picked
day.
up a stick and you just ate it with a
Yeah, dude,
stick.
I had like tools I could turn into spoons. Like
Yeah, there you go.
there were options.
Screwdrivers.
And I came home with an unopened yogurt that I threw
Oh,
away. So
well,
foul on me. So anyway, I had some food, but like it wasn't enough. And then one of the guys that I work with, long story short, he's here on a short-term tour, super into autocross, and I was like, dude, come and co-drive my car. So he came out with me and co-drove. So in the afternoon when we were running, I was sitting with him while we were, running the course,
yeah.
getting more runs in the passenger seat. By the end of it, I was like, just wanted to get sick all over the place. It was terrible. And it took all of like 3 days to get beyond how I was feeling. Like,
Really?
yeah, I do have a little I do tend to get motion sick
Yeah.
in, like if I'm in the back seat, tinted windows and I'm like looking at my phone, like
Yeah.
that's not a good position for me to be in. So autocross when you're ripping, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just no
Especially
bueno.
with the car. Yeah. It's not just, there's a vertical element too. Like as the car, I'm sure is dipping and,
Yeah, which we'll get to that. This course, the parking lot that they have, it's incredible how much elevation change.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so by the end of it, I was like just feeling miserable. It was such a weird thing because I was so excited, so pumped, and had so much fun,
Hmm.
but felt like the biggest piece of shit in the entire world. I felt so sick and just, didn't drink enough water. Like you name
Yeah.
the
Water, that'll get you.
rookie, like the rookie first time autocross mistakes, I, for whatever reason, made them. And it was so embarrassing, but at the same time, whatever. Like you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, that just kind of the backdrop of everything. Um, and I know for certain, it impacted like my performance. I
Oh,
wasn't
sure. Yeah.
like,
So do you feel that way when you drive though?
mm-mm.
Hmm.
You mean like when I'm sitting passenger or when I'm driving
No, when
myself?
you're actually racing, when you're driving,
Uh-uh. No, no.
it was all just riding.
Yeah. So my whole time I've autocrossed, I've maybe ridden passenger twice.
Hmm.
And so this was the first time I was like, well, yeah, it makes total sense. Like see the course at speed and like go
Yeah.
get
Do it.
get
Do it.
rides. And then by the third time I was like, this is a really dumb idea. What was I thinking?
What was I thinking?
Um, so anyway, all that to say, let's see. The cars I rode with, one was a like 2018 ZR1, and I was like, dang, dude, the brakes were like 15-inch rotors.
Yes.
Incredible.
Did it have the ceramic? Did those come with a ceramic
Like
option?
ceramic pads.
No, ceramic discs.
Oh, good question. I don't.
You can tell because they look like almost speckly.
Yes. Okay. Yep. So it did.
No, that was our
Yeah.
top of the
So
line.
I rode with this guy and he was like, yeah, I kind of just got this car. This is like my eighth event. So like kind of on par with my
Yeah,
experience. Um, and he ripped with me in the car like a 144 or 145. And I was like, okay, this felt really fast. Like
yeah,
I'm probably going to be in the 150s somewhere.
yeah,
Like no, not a chance. So I'll get to what I ran in a minute, but I was like, this feels fast. So like this is my benchmark for
yeah.
what the car is going to do. Uh, I also ran in a Shelby Cobra kit car.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it from a distance, and I'm like, I don't care who this guy is. I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna say, "Hey, man, can I ride in your car?" And dude, I think we ran like the same time as the ZR1, or maybe it was
Yeah,
like a low 40s. Totally different feel. Like one, it hooked on. It was like I was on rails. There
really.
was. It felt like very little roll, very little yaw.
Hmm.
It just was like hooked to the ground, and you're just
Hmm.
so in the open,
Yeah, a
that
little exposed.
oh, it was so cool, man. It solidified what I'm gonna do. I will 100% have a Cobra kit car that I'm gonna
What
build.
do you know what the manufacturer was?
Factory 5, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it'd be factory five or nothing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Unless there are some that are have aluminum bodies, but they're
yeah, and if
unobtainable
you're
if you want to buy it. And for the average person, I bet.
if you're a rich guy and you want to buy it pre-manufactured, I'm trying to remember the name of that company.
There's like Kirkham and then
No,
Superformance.
Superformance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were side note, we were at a car show in uh Dawsonville, Georgia. We were on just a weekend trip,
Hmm.
Sarah and I, and Super Performance was there with like a booth trying to sell cars.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You guys want to buy a Cobra car or a Shelby Cobra?" My wife's like, "How much?" And he's like, "It was like $80,000 or
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
something."
100, no problem. Probably
Yeah,
starting at, yeah,
yeah. And she's like, "What are you? You smoking crack? Like, get out of here."
yeah.
Um. So anyway, yeah, riding in that car was sick. It was so cool. Um. And then the other one was, have you seen they're doing, it's basically like the Mustang version of the Spec Miata class for SCCA. It's like Club Spec Mustang CSM.
Mm-mm.
'07 to, is it 12? Was that generation of Mustangs?
Oh, like was it, they call it the new Edge, or is it?
No, the one generation after that. I think
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, the ones that look better.
yeah, like the yeah, like the Eleanor
Yeah, yeah,
lookalikes.
yeah, yeah.
Um, anyway, there's a spec class that like you're you're basically limited on like suspension parts
Hmm.
from single source manufacturer. So I rode in his car and it was okay. But here's the kicker. We get to the starting line and he's like, "All right, windows up." And he didn't turn the AC on. So he had windows up. It was hot as shit. No AC, and I'm like about to yak. It
What was
just
his thinking there?
I have no idea. And you're not I don't think you're supposed to have your windows up.
Yeah, I know. I distinctly remember that from NASA way back when they were like Windows down.
Hmm.
And it
Yeah, I'm
makes
like,
sense. I mean,
we're not
well, that
going.
was so that you could point. You needed to point by
Yeah. And for autocross, I imagine it's like so you can hear.
safety and here, and
Yeah, yeah. So I was
it's
like,
not like
dude,
you're gonna lose. It's not gonna create any drag. It's autocross. You're not going that
no,
fast.
no.
It's a technical
So that was like a
task.
nail in the coffin to how I was feeling. Um,
Mustang guys.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, we get through that. I worked the course. It was fine. Like, pretty standard SCCA stuff. And then we go to run. I have video of it and I'm thinking about posting it just to like self incriminate myself. But the way they had like the cone entrance to like, get from your pit to the entrance,
Mm.
I'll just say less than clear on how to actually get
I
there.
like where this is going.
So I totally miss it. And I'm like, I go right in front of, the table of dudes that are, Todd Benny and the rest of the like the
Yeah,
OGs of the club.
sure.
And they're just heckling me, giving me shit. And they're like, back up, back up. And so I back up and I think I'm backed up enough. And I freaking just like run over two cones that are the like entrance cones.
Yeah,
And they're hollering, DNF, DNF. And so I'm already rattled, for
yeah.
my first run. But yeah, get through the first run, and I was kind of amazed. This was my first time on asphalt, so
Mm.
the other club was concrete, and those Falcons they need heat, and
Mm.
I've never actually felt a tire go from cold
Oh,
to
cold to
activated.
sticky. Yeah.
Hmm. And I was like not ready for that, so immediately start fishtailing, and I'm like, whoa, this is pretty wild. But after the first run, it started gripping, but I coned a bunch. I spun out once, which that was the first time I've ever spun out.
Mm.
Trying to, go. I was on a heater, like
Yeah.
100% going to be a fast time. Uh, but I ended up running a 140, I think a low 145. And so,
Okay.
like 10 minutes ago, I was talking about what I thought
Yeah.
was fast, being a 144. Now, granted, the winners of the class of the CAMT class 140, so still
Sure.
4 seconds off. But
What are they driving?
I think the winner,
Camaro or a Corvette?
no, what do they have? I think it's like early 2000s or sorry, late 90s fourth gen Camaro. Now that I'm
Okay.
thinking about it.
All right.
But like the top three or four guys have won SCCA autocross national championships.
Yeah. They've got
So
the driver mod.
big time.
Yeah.
So I finished eighth in class, um, out of 13.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Out of how many?
13.
Sweet.
Yeah, I for being rattled,
Your first
dehydrated.
day, you were holding back,
Yeah,
trying not to blow chunks.
yeah. And the best part about all this was the guy I was telling you about, the co-drove. You know,
Yeah.
I've never had anybody drive the car, and hate. I've never.
Sure. Yeah.
So like everyone's like, oh yeah, it's a fast car, but to have somebody else sit in the seat and say
Hmm.
like, you know, his biggest feedback, or not feedback, but reaction was like, dude, I thought this was going to be just some boat, trying to.
Yeah.
And he's like, it is tight, it's fast,
Nice.
like. So I probably, driver mod being a real thing,
Yeah.
probably I coned away two or three runs. Um, I could have been low 144s for sure, maybe a
Yeah.
143, for that course. So
So
there's,
the guy that co-drove with you, he was effectively a stranger at that point, right? Like you had met him at your day job, but
yeah,
really,
he's actually here from Alabama, and I met him a few weeks ago. But you know how you just know, like,
yeah,
we
sure.
talked. He showed me pictures. He has a
Love at
BMW.
first sight. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for sure. Big time crush. Uh, yeah, I think I mentioned it maybe on the show or not, but we were in a, yeah, teleconference and I saw his water bottle. I'm like, oh my God, he's got an autocross cone on his water bottle. We have to be best friends.
You don't put an autocross cone on your water bottle if you're not in it.
100%. Yeah. So yeah, he has a BMW. Oh man, it's not a 3 Series. Well, I think it is a 3 Series, but not like an M3.
Yeah, now they've gone crazy. Now there's like you can get an M trim, so it could be like I don't even know what the models are. 325 MI, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
miss the
but
good old days when it was like an M3.
yeah.
You had to go all the way there. You couldn't get, the M trim and give you a
Hmm.
little carbon fiber lip.
Yeah.
Now you get to wear the M badge.
Hmm. You just buy it on eBay and put it on
Yeah,
whatever you want.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so you're right, effectively a stranger. Like,
Yeah,
so that was a little. I wasn't worried he was going to do anything stupid. I was worried the car was going to break.
sure.
That was my biggest fear. Like, there's so many gotchas,
Yeah,
gremlins. Like, I was like,
I
oh
can't
man.
think of like we talk about like lemons, for example. I can't think of what that would feel like to like let's say that like you and I build the car. What's that going to feel like when your friend gets in it who came just to drive?
It has to be the same feeling I felt,
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
2 weekends ago.
yeah, I'm going to I don't know. It would be nerve-wracking. I'm
There's
sure once the car proves itself, but in the meantime it's like what if it catches on fire? What if it crashes?
Mhm.
What like did I tighten that bolt? Did I
Yeah.
like
Yeah. And I told him, you know, I tried to put all those thoughts kind of aside, and I was like, look, man, we're here to thrash the car. Like,
yeah.
don't don't chicken foot anything. Like, go out and we
Yeah.
were trading tenths. I'll admit it, on this show, he beat me.
Did he really?
He did. Uh by Not by much. I mean,
Yeah.
in the one I spun out on, I threw it away, man. I That was it. That was the run that would have
Yeah.
beat me. But I guess my point is, he wasn't holding back. I wasn't holding back. Like, but
Yeah.
that first run, I was like, man, this is a big deal to have somebody
Yeah.
else drive my
It
car.
really is.
Yeah.
The especially since like and I would almost think that he's got the advantage, right? He doesn't know the history of the car. It means nothing to him other than just it's a cool opportunity.
Hmm.
Like deep down inside, you know that car's life story,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he doesn't. To him, it's just an object, whereas
Mhm.
you, it's maybe more than an object.
Yeah, I think, as he got comfortable, maybe he was, I don't think I'm afraid to push it any harder, but I see what you're saying. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it, yeah, it will
Not that like
absolutely.
a crash is even possible. I don't know the setup, but
Mhm.
you know, the worst that would happen is you smoke a cone real bad. I don't know if that even does any damage, but
Uh, yeah, well, I ran over that cone when I spun. I ran over like a wall of cones, and I got underneath. I don't know if you saw the video, but like I had used my 360 and I was able to like track the wall of cones, and so the
yeah.
camera like swept down as I was getting closer. Um, yeah, I looked under the car after, like when I got back to the garage, and there's like melted cone, a little bit not
Cone,
melted cone on the header, but
orange
it's
residue.
yeah, it's whatever, it's not a show car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, grand scheme of things, it's pretty hard to do anything bad, but like that in the back of my mind, like, what happens if throttle sticks? Like
Yeah.
he doesn't know. I would know like immediately what to do to try to
Yeah.
get the thing to stop. But yeah, so either way, it was cool to have feedback finally on
Yeah.
the car. But as for the course, we were kind of talking about the elevation change. So Georgia club on a runway, like very flat,
Hmm.
you know, the no elevation change pretty much in a
Yeah.
parking ramp. This place, it's like Family Arena's the place where we're at. It's think Nutter Center parking
Hmm.
lot.
Sure.
Uh, but I was standing where I was shacking cones, and you know, you could you could almost not see cones further down the course
Oh,
because there was that much
yeah.
elevation change. In fact, like
Huh.
if you watch the video from, a distance, Josh was the guy that took the video,
Hmm.
you can almost see the car kind of go behind
Go under the, yeah.
yeah, go under the course. So where I spun was a massive elevation change. So they made that corner kind of an off camber,
Hmm.
dip. And so yeah, it bit me. I was not ready for that. But
Nice.
the big fear of that place to me is and they do a good job of like setting up the course, but the street lights or the parking lights that are,
That are
hidden.
around.
Mhm. Yeah. So that they make sure they're pretty good about the posts,
Yeah.
not being in a high spin spot, but it's in the back of my mind the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, very happy with how the car ran. It's awesome. Um,
Nice.
the one I don't want to get too far into it because we're not quite there yet, but I mentioned to you over text, um, I'm going to pull the trigger on a sniper EFI kit
Yeah.
pretty soon.
D- I'm super intrigued by all that. So we don't need to talk about it yet,
Yeah,
but
let's pause on that. I have a pretty long honey-do list that is kind of the gateway to getting this
yeah.
project going. Once I get some of that stuff taken care of.
I guess the
Um,
only question I have right now is what was the timing? Is this like a soon thing, you think? This summer?
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think it's we've talked enough, I think, on the show that people that listen to the show probably understand that I have issues with the exhaust,
Hmm.
the fumes, and I am not going to drive it to work or around town until I get this sorted.
Yeah.
That's I just not going to continue to make myself feel bad.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I
but
wouldn't.
I will say
Yeah.
real quick though, throughout the autocross day,
Yeah.
no problem.
Really?
Hmm. So
Even getting there and all that? Like, we loaded
like
it on
a
a trailer and all
trailer,
that.
yeah.
Did you
So
do that the
like,
night before? And
yep. So there's a lot of I have a I, I don't know if it's at idle and I'm just letting it warm up in the morning, standing around the car and it's I really don't know. Or like it's not running well enough or it's rich or whatever the mixture is. It's poor
Yeah.
enough that it's pulling in enough while I'm driving at speed, 50 miles an hour. What's the like circulation? Is there something in the car that's pulling fumes into the cabin? I can't
Yeah.
can't imagine. It's got tailpipes that go all the way out the back bumper.
And it's new exhaust, right?
Yep.
You got,
Yep. I've checked for pinholes and
you ever smoke tested it? Like,
no, that would be one thing to do, but
I don't know, but that much though.
yeah. But like I said, I think me and I talked on the phone over the weekend, just turning it on and doing the tests, like
Yeah.
put in the AFR gauge in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
That was enough to make me feel
Bad.
bad for a day and a half. And
Jeez.
and I have and to for people, I'm not like doing this in my garage with the door down.
Yeah.
Like I roll it back to where the tires are like on the edge of the garage, so the tailpipes are like completely out, all doors up. We have a side door, so I get cross flow
Yeah.
and just
But you've proven with a carbon monoxide meter that it's not necessarily carbon monoxide.
correct. And while driving, there's no carbon
Yeah.
monoxide in the
Then
car.
it's got to just be there got to be the raw fuel vapor.
Yeah.
It's not poor combustion, it's lack of combustion, which like you said could be the extreme overlap at idle.
hmm Poor
Um,
tuned carb, like
yeah, or carb tuning if you want to go down that road.
right. So
But it,
it's bottom line, you know, for all intents and purposes, I've got money saved up.
yeah,
Uh, I'm tired of feeling like shit. I have a
yeah,
mechanic that I'm now trusted with a ton of stuff on this car.
yeah.
Uh, EFI is the way to go. I'm thinking through if you have EFI, could high flow cats be okay? I've heard bad things about high flow cats if you don't have EFI and you're like running a rich mixture, it
Oh
could,
yeah,
clog them up pretty bad.
yeah,
But if you're running a, damn near perfect EFI setup,
yeah. I'm not well versed enough on that to know either. I think my first watch out would be it may not high flow cat may not solve your early morning cold start warm up,
yeah,
like because they're not going to do much until they, and maybe this has changed, but you always hear they got to reach an operating temperature, and they're
yeah, that
definitely
that is a
not
good point.
designed to operate at, it's not the idle condition that they're worried about, it's the, you
True.
know,
Well,
merging onto the highway, now it's up to temp.
mhm. Well,
um
and kind of the point a minute ago, like if it's lack of combustion, fuel vapor
yeah,
problem, uh, EFI would, I mean, that is
problem solved.
problem solved. Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe I start there. Um, but
and you were going to do it anyway.
yeah, down the road, it has always
Yeah,
been the thing.
you were always going to do it.
Yep. I was wanting to do it myself, but I've like accepted the fact that where I'm at in my career,
Yeah,
there's only so much I can do. And I
yeah,
value a car that runs and I can go race over,
and
you
it
know,
doesn't make you feel like shit.
yeah, but weekends of trying to do a project, finish a project,
Yeah,
and then ultimately war kicks off and I am stuck with a car that's halfway finished.
yeah. And like this summer is all about seat time.
Yeah. So,
You cannot have it up on jack stands and
right.
miss a race.
In this job, he's done them before. So I don't know how long it would take, but I
Yeah,
can't imagine it's like rocket
yeah. Oh,
science.
he can do it faster than you could.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Even
if
if
you're
it's,
not, like I said, with the brakes and all that, was like if you don't desire to be the guy that can one day help somebody else solve this,
hmm
then you just want it fixed. It's like
yeah,
if you want to learn and get to the root cause, and it's like, well, then maybe not. It doesn't
yeah,
matter. You want to be a driver, not a
right.
professional mechanic.
And there's absolutely plenty of things that I can still wrench on,
Oh
but
yeah. Well,
so
you can't own a classic car and not be handy. So
yeah, exactly. So, more to come with that. We'll table that discussion.
that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I've had the discussion with Sarah, just to say like this isn't healthy. And she's like, yeah, no shit, it's not healthy. Like you shouldn't be
Yeah.
doing this. So,
Your body doesn't make you feel like that for,
yeah,
funsies.
yeah.
Something's
But at the same time,
those are
she's like,
alarm bells.
yeah, at the same time, I've worked a bunch with everything going on in the world. The car project and stuff. Like we moved in September and we still have things not hung
Yeah.
up on the wall. So like,
Yep. Yep.
got to do that first. But
Been there before.
yep. So anyway, that is the update from
Cool.
this garage.
Do you know when the next race is? When the next autocross?
Yeah, I guess we'll finish there. Well, two things. One bad, one good. The bad part is start looking at the schedule and there just is stuff that
Yeah.
crept into the schedule. And I don't know when I'm gonna race next. I kind of got to look at some stuff. I was ready to do the SCCA shootout in July, and then this dumbass decided to get married on July 12th, which
Uh,
is the same weekend. And I'm like, well, I can't, I can't do autocross on my anniversary. I mean, I can't do autocross on my anniversary and get a sniper
I
EFI
was gonna say you
kit.
can't. Yeah.
you know. So that's off the table, which is a real bummer because that was going to be one I was going to do. Um, and then there's a couple like June 7th was going to be one, but we might have some pop up plans that came up. Um, and then May is off the table, but I have to look at the schedule because uh, we have an SCCA club, but I found out last weekend we have a Boeing club, and it's like Boeing Sports Car Club. I don't know if they're affiliated with SCCA, but they do autocross events at the same
Hmm.
location, kind of offset to the
Yeah.
SCCA club. So
Huh.
there might be some opportunity. I need to look at the schedule tonight for a late May or one of the June weekends that is available. So
Nice.
yeah, so to reach my 80% goal, it's looking less and less like it's going to happen. But
Well.
I also didn't, war with Iran was not on my bingo card either. So.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, so that's that. I think that's the only update or the last of the updates. Yeah,
Cool.
cool, man.
And then we're
Oh,
going. Did we already talk about Meekum? We're going to Meekum.
no, we didn't. I was worried to say it because well, I'm knocking on wood.
I'll say it. It's only a couple weeks away.
Yeah, true. It's happening. So we're
Yeah.
gonna go to
We've got
Mecum.
everything we need. I just need to look at what's it going to cost. We need tickets. I don't know how that works. I need to
Yeah, I
Google it.
looked into it the other day. I forget how much it costs, but we do need to buy the tickets. That's
Yeah.
step one. But we are going to go to Mecum. We're looking to potentially do a on-site episode, either interviewing somebody or um, just doing a recap. You know,
Yeah.
find a Mecum sign and post up.
Yep.
So
At a minimum, I need to start educating myself on if you can. I don't know how to go about doing this. What cars are going to be there? Is there anything super noteworthy? Anything we want to check out?
yeah, no, I think they do post. I wonder how much access if we once you buy a ticket, like what you get access to. Um,
That's a good question.
I do know they bin the days, and I'm sort of hoping. Like I know there's like the really expensive day, and then there's like the like your budget's $50,000 or less day.
Yeah.
Part of me hopes we're on that Saturday is that day because it's
Yeah.
like things within reach, that we can
Yeah. Yeah.
get.
I did tell my wife, I was like, it's a bucket list item that I buy a car at auction like that someday.
Me too.
And I was like, and it's not like that there's always $100,000 cars. I was like, every now and then you get that like showroom condition, like 96 Cavalier. I was
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I want it.
12,000. Oh
$18,000.
yeah,
I was like, oh,
18,000.
okay, yeah. Well, So I was like, yeah, it doesn't have to be $1 million, but how cool
Yeah.
would that be to have the,
Yeah.
I'm
So,
not going to spend $18,000 on a Cavalier, but it's that scenario that it's like, so there's some of those cars that are like getting into these weird
hmm.
niches. Like, it's like, what? Like showroom condition anything is like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like an HHR that's got 10,000 miles on it? You're going to pay that for it? All right, whatever. PT Cruiser, cool.
Yeah. Well, I
You
think
do you.
the cool part is that I think you have access to all the cars. Like you can
Yeah,
just walk the concourse. But
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, at the same time, I've never done it. I've only watched it
yeah.
on TV, so it
Right.
should be a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a pretty good episode for that one. But
Awesome.
cool. All right, man. Well, I think we're at a good stopping point.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. Oh, one last thing. I had him save my old parts, so I have
Nice.
my pinion gear. I'm going to turn into like wall art.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I got
1,000%.
I have the ring gear and the carrier. I was trying to get the things separated, but it's going to take some heat. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna do something with it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have ideas on the next episode.
Make a lamp.
Oh, yes. Cool. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. See it.